Wonderful. Mark, thank you ever so much for dropping by to speak to me today. How you found the morning?
Inspiring, if I'm honest. I just sat on a panel talking about the secret sauce of a school culture. And just from the other panelists, I just got so many takeaways. Hannah's session just before, she was in our school last week running a EDIB talk with us. And then hearing another context that she's put it in, it's fantastic. I think these things are great. Just one, networking, but just takeaways from every session has been really strong.
Yeah, definitely. I've been very lucky to sit on the other side and have some conversations with people like Nadeem, who's here, and then Hayley, who gave the keynotes at the start. It's you can walk away from these events with a lot of good stuff, can't you?
Look, I look around that room, just where they're all having lunch now, and there's so many inspiring educationalists. I want to go and talk to that person. I want to go and talk to that person. And they're here to listen and learn from others, and you think, but there's so much for them to give as well. So I think the conference is richer than just what the actual sessions are as well. It's just really inspiring going out there and chatting to people.
Yeah, completely agree. So what are your feelings then? Obviously, you've been there and you've sat on this panel. Obviously, the theme for the event is empathy. What's your take on that?
Yeah, I think empathy is absolutely key in a school, but what I think it can't be misunderstood as don't misunderstand kindness or weakness. I think you still need to be strong as a leader. I think you still need to make decisive decisions. I think you still need to get people on board, and you need to challenge things that aren't right. And I think Fiona summed it up at the end of her part on the panel. Do it with dignity. So I think empathy is absolutely crucial. You just don't know what's happening inside someone that day. We don't know what's going on. We could have, someone could have had a ill kid. You could have you could have a bad day on the way into work, etc. So you still have to have that, but it doesn't mean that you're just rolling over as a leader either. So I think it's getting the balance.
Yeah. I mean, obviously you've got a very successful lineage as a leader here out in the Middle East as well, haven't you? Like, if you were offering a piece of advice to people out there who are aspiring leaders and want to get into that, not just assistant headship, but go even further in, what's that piece of advice that you would offer them when they start their journey?
Yeah, and it's I think one of the challenges we find is when we get the title, everybody, including yourself, feels that you know the job. So the day before you weren't an assistant head and the next day you are, but you've got no more knowledge. So don't rush into things, grow in the role. Don't feel you have to be the Cape Crusader. We often, I've fallen into that trap before, and it's not sustainable. So definitely be confident that you're in the right place to make a difference. But that difference isn't just from you, it's from many other people as well.
Yeah, fantastic. A great piece of advice. Thank you ever so much for that. So we've got the rest of the afternoon. Once we get lunch out of the way, the rest of the afternoon, what are you looking forward to this afternoon?
I think it's pretty much the same as what the conference has offered. Is just the stories people have and thinking, hearing someone's context and their story about that context and how they've improved things or taken on challenges. It's just something to take away. And I'll be driving back to Abu Dhabi and I'll be buzzing. For me, that's sort of recollecting those things. I think it's just fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. Thank you ever so much for dropping by to speak to us today.
Always a pleasure.
Really, really appreciate it. And enjoy lunch and enjoy the afternoon as well.
Thanks very much. Cheers.